Welcome back to the Namma Bengaluru. This match will be between MRUFC and Krakens FC. MRUFC is right now at the 4th position in the leaderboard. Krakens FC 6th. It'll be a crucial match for both teams. We're all waiting and anticipating to see who will come out on top. Right now, MRUFC is the favourites, coming off with a win streak. Five wins to Krakens 4. MRUFC with 16 points, Krakens with 14. We'll just go over starting lineup. Jersey number 13, Satvik Sridhara. Jersey number 22, Menupa Shreyas, Chakrish N, Abhiram, Osbert, Vishai, Surya, Niluk, Gokul, Shreyas, and Subho. This will be a 4-3-3 lineup. It's a good lineup, I would say. Professional, well-stacked lineup. So Krakens FC, and now for MRUFC. Dang Sniam, Psycho Abhinash, Ishik Verma, Morgan Henry, MD Afridi, Prabal, Rifun J, MD Yasir, Benedict, Yashan Bam, and Sikashwar. There will also be a 4-3-3 lineup, so we'll look to see which one has better odds starting off with this game. Both teams are definitely well-oiled, they're consistent, they're doing great. Krakens, of course, was in the semi-finals in the last season. This is their chance to do so. They're 6th on the leaderboard, which is not the worst position to be in, but not necessarily the best as well. MRUFC with their 4th position on the leaderboard is looking to solidify and advance up the leaderboard.
Yeah, Krakens. Yeah. Hey, one finger. Half time it seems. Stop. Hello?
As we do with the kickoff and right before group huddle. So look over both teams. Both teams have a good opportunity and a good advantage. Krakens FC with that underdog opportunity. MRUFC, of course, they're the favourites. Krakens FC cannot be counted out, of course. Both teams are definitely going to give it their all. Looking forward to seeing it. They have to deliver some phenomenal basketball.
Hello.
And so it begins. Well, the Krakens starting off. Warm up. And we're up. We have bounce. Going for Krakens. Looking Salah strong. MRU with possession. Krakens out of bounds. One for MRUFC. Yeah. With MRUFC. Krakens kicking it up briefly. MRUFC in possession. Advancing. Unable to find the pass over there. They won the defensive box. They were trying to go for a goal. Couldn't find the pass. Couldn't find the gap. Corner kick for MRUFC. Saved by the defense and the goalkeeper. Safe. Advance. To win. Yeah. Well, advance. Will be a corner for Krakens. Are you advancing? Advance. I'm going to defend it. Penalty. Called by the ref. Given. Whereby UFC with possession. Tackle. Defended by MRUFC. Advancing. We need to find that gap. It's a good corner. Hills. Gary and the captain. Any Krakens? Get out of bounds. Can be helped. Steve, out of bounds. Got away by the defense. Lose control. Have to salvage it. It will be a corner. Krakens have to defend MRUFC. The corner. Saved by the defense and the goalkeeper. Out of bounds. Krakens. Here. Still very much in anyone's game. No goal scored as of yet. Offside. Krakens advancing. Picked up by MRUFC briefly. Over Krakens yet again. Advancing. Into the goal. USA goal. They were looking for that opening and they found it. Even though they were surrounded by a throng of MRUFC defenders, they were able to find a way past the opening, slashing into the goal into the net. What luck going here to do milk and they were able to pull it off. Good score for Krakens FC. Namma shares. Definitely quite underrated player. That was definitely hurt by that decision. He was the one who tapped it in, putting that first goal on the map. Over to MRUFC. Will be a corner for them. Looking to rebound, equalize. Krakens, they captured the early momentum of this game. There were slight underdogs going into it. They certainly proved their worth at that end.
Corner.
Going for Krakens. MRU picks it up. The Krakens. Krakens firmly in control. Fences really pick it up, push it out. Have to be careful. Going for Krakens. Headed off by the defense. It goes up in the air and into the arms of the goalkeeper. Good save it. They were in a downless position. They knew it and they were able to fend it off. Out of the field. Going down by MRUFC. Tackled by Krakens. Krakens with possession. Looking to press on. Krakens advancing. Open pass. Captured. Taken by MRUFC. Over Krakens yet again. The possession. No doubling back, no second thoughts. Then MRUFC find their footing to equalize. And looking to do just that here. Pass quite forwardly. Krakens playing it smart, defending. MRU with possession. It's a dangerous position for Krakens. Advance it forward. It was too long. Couldn't quite pass it over. So the opportunity was lost. Offside. MRU with possession. Krakens picking it up. Krakens in possession. Too long, too far. Goalkeeper was able to take it away. There's no danger from having it. Players down. Speak. I think they break just to recuperate. Let's go to the scoreboard. Just nearly 15 minutes in. Krakens 1, MRUFC 0. Krakens with a solid advantage. However, that does not necessarily mean it will translate into a victory by the end of the second half. Full-time score could look very different, as previous matches have shown. And MRUFC is definitely very much still on the counter-attack. They're going on the offensive. I'll be called up for them. Krakens has been on the defensive since they've scored that first goal. For MRUFC, they're still trying to find that gap in defense. They haven't found it. It's been an unfortunate early start to the game for MRUFC. It's still time, and it still is very much anyone's game. MRUFC with possession. Passing it on. Jump. Out of bounds. Definitely an exhilarating early start to this game. Krakens with a phenomenal goal that was assisted. MRUFC is looking for an opportunity to come back with full force. There was an argument between the ref and players. Testing a penalty. It's given to Krakens FC. Advance. Forward. The Krakens possessing. Moved offside. MRUFC with possession. Krakens in control of the game. MRUFC with a lot of possession, but not an advantage that has been translated into a goal yet. They are trying to find that footing. Haven't found it yet. And the ball swoops in the arms of the goalkeeper. Goes long. Out of bounds. MRUFC is still on the defensive. They go on the offensive, but unable to really penetrate past that defense. No matter. We still have the second half to look forward to. and they don't score. What they have to do, what is crucial for them, is to maintain their deficit of just one. The Krakens scores again, it'll be even harder for MRUFC to come back to this. As the Krakens, it is decisive and imperative that they score right now. It's just what they're looking to do. Bounce forward, Krakens. It's the arms of the goal. It's beautifully headed in. Perhaps timed a little bit slower, a little bit carefully, and it could have been a pass and could have been a goal. This opportunity. Over to MRUFC. Picked up by the goalkeeper. Low kick. On bounce. Still off the threat. MRUFC with the ball. Picked up by Krakens, tackled. Up in the air. To the box. Skies a briefly bit of grey over there in the clouds, but no rain thus far. Both teams are definitely looking forward to rain days. Krakens with one on the board, MRU with none thus far. 21 minutes in, Krakens 1, MRUFC 0. MRUFC coming capitalizing close to the net. Close but no cigar. There's the ball. Advance. Go ahead. Okay. Save by the goalkeeper. Beautiful save. He knew how to dive, he knew how to basically maintain that defensive role. And the only way he could do so was by pushing the ball forward, moving it away from immediate danger. For MRUFC. And a slow game for them. They've come tantalizingly close to goals. Haven't been able to translate that into a ball in the net. Krakens in from MRUFC with an opportunity here. Moves back to the goalkeeper. With that, threat is gone. Briefly. It was not to be. It's wide. The Krakens pick it up. Team up and the goalkeeper. It's too far. Just passing it. Bounces off the post. Defense by MRUFC. Maintaining the position. Even if Krakens has the advantage, MRUFC has played a solid defense. As the Krakens looking 35. MRUFC with some advantage now. Potentially without. Not this time, however. Going for MRUFC. Against possession, the defense. Both sides insist that the corner should belong to them. Is awarded to MRUFC. They're thrown for that. It's quite strong. Some of that defensive lineup at the beginning, 4-3-3 to both teams. Krakens has made the most of it thus far. You've seen the defensive line hold strong, hold firm, not letting a single goal get past them. MRU's defense is pretty good as well, save for that unfortunate mishap with the early goal a few minutes of the game. Still Act 1, Act 2 is yet to ensue. Still very much salvageable, even in the first half of the game. That can turn very quickly. So, a 1-point lead over MRUFC is nothing to really be. And that's exactly what I was talking about, exactly what I was saying. MRUFC coming back strong. Swing the team confirmed that there's a goal. A 1-point lead is very, very dangerous. Over the Krakens. Box. Was it a game or not? Wasn't a goal, right? Wasn't a goal. Wasn't a goal. Unfortunately, MRUFC, the game exactly as it goes to the like a nice edge, and just so it slipped away from them. Unfortunately for them, it was offside. Krakens still had quite briefly. MRU had the advantage. We couldn't take it, unfortunately. But here they have the game. They have the possession. They have the lead up. Saved by the goalkeeper. Out of bounds. The second time Krakens game scoring a goal. Very close. Had it and they lost it. And 1 point lead that Krakens has over MRUFC is not quite enough. They'll have to score again and maybe yet again after that. This is a hard-fought, well-contested game. Goalkeeper took a bit of a beating. He's a phenomenal goalkeeper for Krakens FC. Krakens FC manager Arjun definitely assembled his team with the idea of having a well-oiled, consistent set. Almost a machine-like defense. The ability to bounce back, come back on the offensive. And so MRUFC, they have a very unique blend of all-star players. The ability to shock you, the ability to definitely come back strongly in the second half of the game. Games are won and lost, not necessarily in the first half, and sometimes in the second half. And that's what this game is looking to shape out to be. It could be a very uneventful second half. My odds are that Krakens will definitely try to surpass the speed they have. MRUFC will try to bounce back, come back with strong counter-offensive. For now, MRUFC is trying to make the last 2 seconds game count. Moving forward. Just out of bounds. Here's one thing. First half has not gone the way MRUFC has hoped it would. For Krakens, it is a perfect outcome, near perfect, unless you count the second goal. One goal from each struggle, but it might not necessarily be enough to win. On bounce. Then be thrown. Rather, be goalkeeper. That's it, that's a whistle. That crucial goal scored, the halftime score stands at Krakens FC 1, MRUFC 0. Fixtures reveal exactly how this game played out. Krakens FC with 1 shot on target, MRUFC with none thus far. Krakens FC 2 shots off target, MRUFC with just one save by MRUFC, a very decisive save, I would have to say, because that turned the score from being 1-0 to potentially being 2-0. It made it harder for Krakens FC in the second half. Krakens FC, of course, has the advantage going in the second half. They were very much slight underdogs coming to this match, but they proved they have what it takes to go in the second half and win. And so MRUFC, they have to come back bouncing and come back swinging hard in the second half. So let's stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the second half. Back to the Namma Bengaluru League. This is the second half of this match. Krakens FC with a 1-point advantage over MRUFC. Coming to this match with advantage, with all the momentum, all the psychological advantages they have, MRUFC looking to bounce back, come back strongly in the second half. Only time will tell if they can accomplish that. For Krakens have that 1-point lead over MRUFC. Solidify, hold on to it, have to score another goal, even a third. And so MRUFC, this is their chance to equalize and come back with a vengeance. It's been a strong, exhilarating, and exciting first half. Here's hoping for an even more exciting second half. And we're off. So we begin. MRUFC with possession. Who's good out chance. Get the Krakens up here. Now you see with possession, advancing, pressing past the defense, losing their footing for a bit. Down forward. Picked up by Krakens. Past it. MRUFC. The throw. Yeah. Nicely dashed away from the loose goal area, back to the fence. The Krakens. MRU with possession nonetheless. Dangerously close to the box. Looking for that advantage. The point seemed that MRUFC was looking to score an early goal in the second half. All the pressure on Krakens. Equalizers, what they're hoping for. They've been quite unlucky so far. The first half. Perhaps the second one to deliver them. Just with a look. Okay, people. MRUFC going long. Look at these two teams, you can see not much the players necessarily, but players with a lot of professionalism, a lot of teamwork and camaraderie. Shows out the next two. They're going to bounce back in setbacks. He's looking to advance. Are you in possession of the balls? Goes back to the ball. Good passing. Krakens in possession. Krakens firmly in control. Cross the boundary. Going for MRUFC. Call. Warning penalty. No penalty for this, just an injury. MRUFC. Krakens. Krakens with the ball. Picked up by MRUFC. Krakens taking the ball forward. Trying to find that footing. Out of bounds. Will be throwing for Krakens. Offside. Defensive throng surrounding MRUFC player. Capitalize on any gaps or any mistakes by Krakens, and that's what MRUFC is looking to do. It's still quite early, but you're in this stadium. Time flies when you're having fun. Krakens is certainly having fun. It's just about sun to rain. It isn't the best, which means the rain will indeed slow down. That's something that Krakens and MRUFC have to watch out for. And play this quite carefully. Despite these conditions, however, both teams are looking to put their best foot forward, looking to advance. Out of bounds, headed off by Krakens. That'll be a corner. UFC looking to capitalize on this opportunity. They found it. Can they translate into a goal? They did. They did. A beautiful goal headed it by UFC. You can feel them and it's sailing to the player. They finally been able to realize it is just what we're looking for. And it is, of course, the last thing that Krakens was hoping to achieve. UFC, a moment of triumph for Krakens, a moment of quite intense disappointment. Score of MRUFC, they should learn a decisive goal that was able to equalize the score between MRUFC and they're going off the best deficit, they can do that gap. Obviously, of course, is a player to not be counted out. He's always performed ably in his matches, and that is exactly why he was the one who scored. Plays down, Krakens FC. Hopefully he's able to get back on his feet in no time. It's raining, it's pouring, and the winds are just shifting in Krakens' favor. And at point, the wind is shifted in MRUFC's favor. Krakens FC had the advantage in the first half. It was stolen away by MRUFC. To that equalizer, the score stands tied at 1-1. Just barely 40 minutes in. And we see yet again MRUFC looking to attempt to make another goal. You can see all the fans around the momentum being poured into MRUFC now. It's been very well pleased at flipping point of the match. Of course, it can also very well light a fire inside the heart. So Krakens come back strong with another goal. At this moment, just barely 40 minutes in. It is anyone's game. Going for Krakens. Picked up by MRUFC, out of bounds. By MRUFC, taking the ball out of the danger zone. By MRUFC. And MRUFC with possession. He's advancing. We're going to tackle. Krakens in possession. MRUFC with a sprint beyond the goalkeeper. As you say. It was up in the air. Both trying to handle hundreds of the ball. And then the style of coach as a player is edged out of the field. It has been a back and forth, hotly contested by both sides. It's not the best season, but it is indeed the season for winning. It would be very unfortunate for either of these teams end up draw. So both teams are definitely going to try and put another goal on that scoreboard. Players in down. Hopefully it's not too serious. Sometimes in the beauty of the game, this is indeed the school of hard knocks. Players get bruised, they get injured, they play in harsh conditions. They play despite being tired, despite being hungry, despite being cold. You have to appreciate that resilience and endurance. Both sides, Krakens and MRUFC, giving it their all. And so did again. Very quick. Offside. MRUFC advancing forward, trying to capture that ball. Then not by Krakens. Krakens moving forward, looking to equalize. When I say equalize, I mean Krakens had the advantage in the first half, and looking to score that second goal. They had the advantage with the momentum. All of a sudden was taken away by MRUFC. That's something that Krakens can't afford to do. A valiant performance by Krakens. They were the underdogs. They came back with full fury in the first half. MRUFC, they went from the favourites to being the ones favoured to lose this match, and then all of a sudden they drew, equalised. Here's an opportunity, and Krakens capitalize. Will they send it through? That is the question. Not this time. Advancing with a sprint, going forward, out of bounds. You see the rain coming down in sheets, making conditions quite hard for the players. Even so, they will soldier on. Looks like they're looking to come home victorious. Up in the air. Back over control. Advancing briefly. Back to back my UFC. Going forward. By Krakens. See you, by the way, people. A little bit of discussion between players and the ref. Red card is awarded. That is a possible game. So far, both sides have been lucky. Perhaps the yellow card award. Krakens. MRUFC still has control though. Will Krakens get a game? Offside. say. 1-14 to win. Here's an opportunity. MRUFC in the corner. You know, the corners are quite fortuitous for them because they have a chance to translate that into goals. It is corner and an assist that helped them get the last goal, the first of this match. Even so, 15 minutes in, score stands tied. Krakens FC 1, MRUFC 1. As seconds tick by, this is a strange series of events for both teams. Could very well end in a draw, neither of which either side wants. But it couldn't be well drawn wrong. Offside. Going for MRUFC. Over the Krakens. Pick it up again. Up in the air. Will be corner. With a vengeance. Krakens has been quite passive in the second half. After a strong first half, not been able to really break this defense. Several attempts there. Going well, she can't say. Will stop them. Advancing. The arms of the goalkeeper. Look at that replay. I think there was no chance for them to pass it on. So that was an opportunity that was missed. It's opportunities for league teams that you can't let slip by. You really can't let them slip by. Going down the UFC. Keep trying. MRUFC. Picked up by Krakens. Krakens defending. Krakens defending. This match. Let's get up with that. There's a bit of a stumble there, and he translated that into a goal. Beautiful ducking there. That was a good score of MRUFC. That was I repeat, Pakistan won from MRUFC. That's the decisive goal of this match. The score stands at 2-1. MRUFC 2, Krakens FC 1. Initially, it had seemed that all the side of the advantage was inside. At the time, they had the momentum. They had one goal to MRUFC's none. And then all of a sudden, MRUFC came back in the second half with 2 goals. That is exactly what they had to do, and it's what they did with some excitement and some momentum. All of a sudden, the tides have shifted. What a difference a goal can make. And you can see that it wasn't just a casual goal. They have seemed like that to, eyes of a neutral observer. But it's very much a game where it's feel. You can see how shit is forward, and yet again they're going forward. It's time to see our goalkeeper. So all the pressure is now on Krakens. Have formidable performance in the first half. The second half has not gone their way at all. Alciano one with a phenomenal through. Could potentially have won this match for MRUFC. Just it's by to do it in the entire team. Okay, MRUFC. Yes. Right before the rain started, Krakens had the advantage. I don't know if the rain contributed to this factor, but the winds have definitely shifted in MRUFC's favor. So Krakens have done the thing around. It's a slim chance. Each Krakens have been in their head. As Krakens five, Krakens turn this into a draw. Slips away. I mentioned in the first half that the game is often won and lost in the second half. Here's another chance. Just goes, tips away from the ball. Possibly. Unfortunately, the angle will make it too close to the left. But even so, another near scare for Krakens that could very well do the goal. Third goal for MRUFC in the second half. First half was initially. Second half, knew what's all the way. MRUFC teams has really an absolute phenomenal delivery of 3 goals. Called by the ref. And Will Krakens going to start with something in this game? And will it be MRUFC who takes it home? Yeah. Right there. The second speed the score stands tied. Krakens 2, MRUFC 2. Not the ideal option for both teams, but for Krakens FC, they can come home proud with the feeling that they were able to draw this game. Shibu was the goal scorer for Krakens FC. Real props to him for that. It was a hard goal to actually accomplish. He had to really tie it perfectly, but he was able to do so. It has been a very eventful half. Can MRUFC pull off a stunner? These two teams so upset. If they have to do so, then do so in the immediate moment. There's a second stick back, but they don't take the time. Who's the chance to do it? You can't do it now. Unbelievable. But we simply prove they have what it takes to compete with the big boys. And they've shown out anything else this entire league, in fact. This is why, when it comes to the game, it's always wise to never count out anyone until the fat lady sings. It's never over until it's over. And Krakens has just proved that with Sabu's stupendous goal. Up in the air. As things stand, this two games should very well end in a draw. Not the worst outcome for Krakens, yeah? Certainly not the best outcome for MRUFC. They're hoping to make some points out of this. Decisively move up the leaderboard. And that's something they couldn't do. Perhaps there's an opportunity here. Well, if the goalkeeper has anything to say about it, it seems like a lot of the fancy strategies by the goalkeeper here. Really, the goalkeepers are on the top of the game. Even though there's been 2 goals scored on both sides, you can see really many leads could have been scored, if not for the defense, and not for the strong, stellar performances by both teams. Because really, both teams are very much at the peak at this moment. They're playing at their absolute best. That's why the score stands tied right now. Both teams looking desperately for that advantage. Right now, Krakens has it. How many seconds are even left? We don't have a chance to turn this into an upset. I'd like the outcome when we first started off the second half. The score stood at Krakens 1, MRUFC 9. But now the score stands tied. Krakens 2, MRUFC 2. What a difference a few minutes can make. It really changes the dynamics of this game. Going forward, from the Krakens. Yellow card is awarded master loss in this game. Most certainly win with the loss in this game. Yellow card awarded to Gaurav Rawa. The opportunity was lost for a last goal to score. And with that is it. That is the end. The full-time score stands at Krakens 2, MRUFC 2. What a phenomenal game it was. It was a back and forth, hotly contested match between both sides. Both sides gave it their all, in fact.
No shot.
And that is absolutely reflected in the fixtures.
Now it's time.
As you can see, it stands quite even. There's not much of a difference between both teams. Krakens FC 2 goals scored, MRUFC 2. Shots on target, Krakens FC 2, MRUFC with 3. Shots off target, Krakens 4, MRUFC with 5. One save for each side, one card awarded to Krakens FC and 2 for MRUFC. Now this was a phenomenal match, and we're both looking to see what will happen to both teams as we move forward. Do stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we look forward to seeing you for future matches.